going to start off with a little scenario for you, gentlemen, and the listeners out there to think about. Okay, heterosexual men mainly. Okay, let's just say back in the day, your single days, hornier, younger, a little less discerning, right? You get online, you start trying to find someone to fuck. Right? You with me so far?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There, yeah.
We've all
One
been
night,
there.
Mhm.
yeah. One night while you're swiping, you hit the jackpot, right? A woman who is so into you that she is begging for it. But she's kind of kinky, right? She just wants sex, anonymous sex, very anonymous sex. In fact, she doesn't want to see you or for you to see her, okay?
Uh-oh. Okay.
Her idea is that you come to her house and she will stick her ass out of a hole in a sheet. First you stick your dick through the hole in the sheet.
Wait, did you say
and
ass?
and she sucks it.
Stick her ass.
Then
Wait, she's gonna suck your dong with her butt?
no, she's gonna suck your dong with her mouth, and then she's gonna turn around and she's gonna present her little butthole to you right through that same hole. Okay.
I can
Now-
only show you my
Inspection?
I can only show you my butthole.
Yeah.
Well, grade it.
Yeah.
It's all
Were
under
you
the
in Were you in FFA?
It's all through the sheet. It's all through a little sheet. Pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm out.
you're out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perhaps
you're a
How
little-
thick a sheet, bro? How
Totally
thick a
out.
sheet?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
we're
out,
gonna go. We're gonna go with something that looks like this, which is something I found today. This is I think what it was. It's a portable glory hole. So what you do is you hang this thing up on a doorway, and it's got a little hole in it. There's the dimensions: 12 centimeters wide by 34 centimeters long.
This is
Enough
Right.
for
The conversion here.
This is my new favorite gag gift.
More
Sending someone-
vertical.
Sending someone a portable glory
This
hole.
makes sense, Wes. The hole on the portable glory hole is because it's more vertical so that you can thrust. You can go up and down for the thrust.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying. Not gonna cut it for me. It's size wise. Just saying, did the conversion, the centimeter changes, and gonna need a bigger glory hole for me. Just saying.
Oh,
Okay.
Wider than 12 cm.
Okay,
Yeah, that's 4.74 inches. Well,
wide.
that's wide.
Diameter.
Wide.
Right, diameter.
gee, I heard you. I know what wide is, guys.
Whoa,
Do you?
damn.
Pat's working with a hog.
Wow. He's got a thick base.
Listen to
Anyway.
it squeal.
Anyway, I mean, anal sex not for me, but if you're into anal, this is really an ideal situation. Ass sex, no strings attached. She shares a few pics of herself, which are great. So you say, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go fuck this broad in the ass through a hole in the sheet." Right?
Mm.
Pretty great. Great until you find out that you were duped, and that lubed up butthole on the other side of the sheet belongs to a man named Tony.
That
Tony-
hairy asshole was hers.
Well, he
Right.
takes care of it. You know, I
Sure, I'm
don't.
sure Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tony gets a Brazilian, but
Mhm.
nobody saw the balls ever.
No, I think he just had it. He had him so tucked in there, so tucked.
Okay.
Just he was a pro at getting just the ass up there.
Give me a minute.
Right.
Yeah.
Give me
Yeah.
a minute.
And he might have used a rubber band or something or a tie.
True.
Now,
Just scrunchy.
yeah.
You know,
So
depending on what the era was. When did this happen?
I'm sure nobody saw anything.
this happened recently.
Yes. They didn't get a look at his size 16 feet.
No,
I
no,
gotta
look,
know
Mark, look,
why.
you can't see anything. You can't see anything through this black portable glory hole that he hung up in his doorway. Literally, that's what he did.
Front doorway if you're Tony's
Front-
neighbors.
Front doorway. I don't know where Tony lives. He lives in Toronto, maybe out in the sticks. Long drive out to
You
Tony.
think he drives like a Volkswagen Jetta, like to like trick people in his driveway?
Throw him off.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe. Yeah.
He also definitely should have done the back door just for like the tongue in cheek of it.
It might have been the back door.
Yeah.
That didn't get specific. You might be right, Will. You might have had people go around to the back door. You know, little porch light. No problem.
Yeah.
Did Tony give a reason for why the glory hole? That's
No,
because you're
because
gonna have a pretty good reason for
Because
why
it's
the
a
glory hole.
kink. A glory hole is a very
anonymous.
popular kink.
Right. Anonymous king.
That's why I'm saying glory holes always go the way they're supposed to go. Someone later has buyer's dissonance, but knew what was going on during the situation.
Whoa, this chick drives a Dodge Ram. She's cool.
Yeah, he's got a welcome out that says Bay lives here.
Yeah, he's
So
got
basically- Basically, you've just been tricked into some gay sex with Tony. Now, if you're Isimemen Itute, the Virginia Tech freshman linebacker who was duped back in 2021 by Jerry Smith, who was a local Blacksburg man who had posed as a woman to meet straight college-aged men, you kill Tony
Yeah, he
behind
did.
the
He did
curtain. You beat him to death, and later you get found not guilty of all charges because you claim the man who tricked you was reaching for a knife. and you claim self-defense. But what are you guys doing if you get duped into fucking a man?
Well, again,
Crying?
this scenario probably wouldn't happen. I don't think I would go through with the glory hole thing. So,
Okay.
I don't know. It would probably be
Right.
like, yeah,
You'd have to be willing to fuck somebody that you can't see in order for this to happen. And
Let's say you're dating a chick and you go over to her house and she's like, hey, I want to do this glory hole. I'm going to go in the back. And you're like, yeah. And then you go back there and she's got a little bait and switch going on back there. And you end up fucking her friend, Tony.
she
you'd be
drugs
upset
you.
The Sacramento swap.
Yeah.
Okay.
The swap. What if she swaps you?
I wouldn't be real thrilled.
You wouldn't be thrilled?
No.
I mean, but
Wouldn't
you're
be
talking
real
about a
thrilled
different thing, Wes.
In
depends
this
on how
scenario,
drunk you are, I
I'm
guess,
probably
when they
pretty
fooled you.
angry. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I mean, how drunk was everybody when they fooled you? That was
They
They
knew
knew
mad.
they knew what was happening, and what you don't want to do is rely on negring yourself, okay, and blow it up bigger than it needs to be by assaulting someone in the parking lot. Then everyone in the country realizes you have a small dong, or got your dick sucked by Tony.
You just want us to say that we'd kill that queer rapist, isn't it?
No, I want to say I know you wouldn't kill them.
Okay.
I want an honest reaction. I would cry. I would call the police, and I would go to the
Give
emergency
him a
room.
bad review. On
Yeah, I
Yelp.
wouldn't go on any dates anytime soon. You know.
Yeah.
Put me
I
out.
wouldn't.
Put me out of
yeah.
the game for a while.
I'd get out of that vicinity very quickly.
You wouldn't want to stay
anyway.
with the girl that duped you into fucking her male friend when she
No.
knew that you didn't want to. You'd probably want to end that relationship.
You also wouldn't
What
want
is
your
it?
friends to ask what happened with the relationship.
Right? How did this get found out? That's my
So
thing.
one man, so Tony was doing this. He got away with it for God knows how long, until one man who met up with Tony got a little suspicious when all he could see was like a figure. And he maybe heard a grunt. Oh, by the way, Tony would say, as instructed, the victims from the Toronto Star article. As instructed, the victims walked into the home and put their penises inside a hole in a sheet hanging in a doorway. Oral sex was performed, and then it became a penetration without warning, which both victims believed was anal. And so what happened is one guy got suspicious, and he ripped down the sheet. And when he ripped down the sheet, what he saw was Tony cowering on the ground in a black wig. And then he was like, "Oh my God, you're a dude."
I've been banging Tony all this
You've been
time.
banging Tony.
Tony
He
Yeah.
all
knew
these
he was
times.
banging Tony, dude. Check the mail.
Tony
You're
never
checking the
accounted
mail
for sheet yanking.
before you go in the house.
Yeah.
Listen,
Open the mailbox, take a look,
Right.
see that it says Tony.
a horny dude doesn't really check all the boxes. all
This
the time.
really ruined it for some of these guys. I mean, a lot of them were genuinely upset when they found out it was Tony, but some of these guys knew it was Tony and had absolutely
Knew
no
it
problem.
was Tony.
Man, this
man.
chick
They
really
just
loves
didn't want to.
sports. She's got a lot of sports memorabilia in the house.
Now I would understand if the fucking sheet fell down and they were pissed at Tony because his shoddy craftsmanship ruined the ruse. I would understand that. But if you pull that sheet down, you know what you're gonna see, and it's
It's never going to be good. You
Anthony.
You don't want to you don't want to pull the sheet down in this scenario.
No.
It's not the girl. It
Why don't you
guaranteed.
drive out there. You
Just-
should pull the sheet down.
Just think whatever you want to think if you're going through with this, but don't pull the sheet down. It's not gonna
Even
be
if
good.
you felt the vagina on the other side of the sheet, it's still not going to be the girl you saw in the profile pic. Like,
Yeah.
right.
Chick's ass feels like a dude's ass.
Yeah. The method used of the glory hole was he used a wig. He told the victims they had to be quiet so he wouldn't have to speak with them. And then they also said that they were communicating with a woman named Angela, who Tony in court says actually lived in the house, but had access to the house. But the judge wasn't buying it. So Tony had his day in court, and he was he's 33. He was convicted of 2 counts of sexual assault, and he was given 28 months in prison, 14 months for each count of the 2 people that came forward and were like, yeah, I fucked Tony. I thought she was Angela. I'm sure there's countless other people, but the judge was
That's
like,
a sex crime. It's like
it's sexual assault.
yeah, it's sexual assault for sure.
Yeah.
If you're the judge, I'm just putting this out there. Prison, they got sheets, okay, and they got dudes that want to get their dongs blown with suspension of disbelief.
Huge,
it seems like
huge win for the prisoners. Yeah.
It seems like Tony
I mean, he'll be
would
busy.
just be crushing it, bro. He'd be a swan in prison.
Yeah.
Yeah. The judge said the 2 victims now question their judgment and feel self-doubt because they fucked Tony and they thought they were fucking Angela. So, a tough day. I guess it's a good day in court that Tony got his justice, but they had to, kind of testify in front of people.
Or pull the sheet down and see like a 10, right? Like, oh, thank God, you're hot. You're so hot.
Now,
No.
in Canada,
It's never going to happen.
I've gotten Canadian court transcripts before. The names are not redacted. Maybe in sexual assault cases.
This one they were redacted
Okay.
from the court,
I
and
would
I
love
couldn't
to get
find
a
a
look
picture
at-
of Tony either.
I'd love to get a look at all three of these people involved.
Me too.
You
Pretty
got to
crazy.
wonder what Tony's like, because like if he's like a small guy, it may be a little bit easier to trick people, right?
Yeah. Listen,
If he looks like a pipe fitter, like
listen,
then
I'll tell you
scary.
straight up. I filmed the high heel race in Washington D.C. for Smithsonian one year, and I hung out with a bunch of dudes that were getting dressed up as ladies, and there was one dude in there who was small, and when he got dressed up as a woman, I would have fucked him through a glory hole.
Dude, of course, Miss Nevada, the trans Miss Nevada. I mean, you could
You tell
yeah,
me.
there's a,
Quite
there's a lot
frankly,
of
he was
trans
hot.
people-
You tell him
trans
that.
women you can't
Yeah,
tell.
but Tony was not hot, dude. He was Tony.
You know what?
Probably not.
There's a
Tends
lot
to
of
sheet,
acne. There's a lot of acne on the other side of the sheet on the asshole, but the
Yeah.
ass. But I'm gonna go ahead and believe it's Angela.
Anyway, guys, tax season is almost here, which
Oh,
means
yeah.
more paperwork, more
Talk about
headaches.
butt fucking. Yeah.
Yeah, for you. Yeah, talk about getting fucked in the butt. For you and your solo small business. But you don't have to handle it alone. Let Collective take care of all your tax needs this year. Collective is an all-in-one financial solution for self-employed entrepreneurs that lets you focus on your passion, not your paperwork. Let Collective handle all the back office work you dread, like business formation, compliance, taxes, bookkeeping, accounting, and even payroll. The best part, it's a fraction of the cost of a CPA. Collective specializes in S corps, which we are. A tax collection that saves its members an average of $10,000 per year. If your business of one is making $60,000 in profit at least, then you could be missing out on thousands of tax savings every year. The earlier you elect in 2024, the more money you could put back in your pocket. So for a limited time, Collective is waiving the onboarding fee when you go to collective.com/hardfactor and tell them Hard Factor sent you. That's $199 value for free when you go to collective.com/hardfactor. Tell them Hard Factor sent you. That's collective.com/hardfactor and tell them Hard Factor sent you.